Say much the same about Claus Jensen. After missing most of last season, he's finally back to full fitness.
I guess it is part of today's game being injured sometimes, but I mean last season 3 injuries in 1 year. I hope that will never happen again.
If his first season at the Valley was one to remember, the second was one he'd like to forget. He spent most of it on the sidelines. Now he's making up for lost time.
So take the fast road and get going now, before you leave no trace.
Getting injured often leads you on to another injury. So I'm focusing on now to get out of that bad circle and feel that I'm nearly there, yeah.
It's 2 years since Jensen, a £4 million buy from Bolton, became Charlton's then record signing. He's not been the first Great Dane to set foot in London SE7. There was one-time European Footballer of the Year Alan Simonson in the early 80s. But he wasn't part of a Charlton side which has never looked out of place at the highest level.
Only Jensen in the centre. That might be enough. It is 2-1.
Well, it meant for me that I got into the national team as well, and so that was a very positive thing. Your confidence just grew when you saw that you could play at that level. I mean, you always believe that you can, but I mean, it was nice to see that we actually could perform at that level.
Last summer, Charlton were planning to build on the previous season's 9th place finish. One key player was missing.
I had a foot problem, and no matter what we did, no matter what treatment was really put into it, and great efforts was put in by the physios and masseurs of Charlton, but it just wouldn't go away.
On the inside it hurts less. The outside seems so cold.
It's hard not being able to do, because I think it's not only your work, it's your passion and the thing that you love to do. Besides your work, I mean, obviously we're getting paid money to play football, but it's a thing that you love to do and you get enjoyment through doing that.
He celebrated what he thought was a return to full fitness with a goal at Highbury. And what a goal it was.
You always believe that, well, you're going to be back in that form. It's like on the golf course, you always believe that you're going to play a brilliant round, don't you? But it hardly ever happens anyway.
I panic at the quiet times. Fate leads me to much more.
I got tendonitis in my knee. Never happened to me before. I don't know where that came from. And then in the end, it was a groin trying to come back too quick, probably from the tendonitis in the knee.
His comeback came at Old Trafford on the last day of last season. He did enough to play a small part in Denmark's World Cup campaign, until England ended the dream. But it's given him the chance to get back to something close to his best.
I feel now that I've come back in that form. I've gone through a very good pre-season without any niggles or anything, so I feel really good about my form.
Jensen's early season progress has clearly impressed the manager. Keen to pair him and Scott Parker in central midfield, Kirbishley sanctioned the sale of Mark Kinsella. But how quickly will Charlton recapture their best form? In 2 of their 3 games so far, they've lost to London sides. Traditionally, they do very well against their Premiership neighbours.
I hope that this will be the 2 only losses that we get in the London derbies, because it is important in the games that you perform well. I mean, for the fans, for everyone. I mean, we love playing in the London derbies. I think everyone does. They love to play in a derby. I mean, it gives you that perhaps little bit extra, and I think West Ham is the biggest derby perhaps that we got, with so close and everything, and I don't think I've ever won against West Ham the 2 years I've been here, so hopefully that's about to change as well.
3 games in, his side may still be trying to get their season up and running. But for Claus Jensen, the wait's finally over.